Welcome back to Reality Group Chat. I'm your co-host QT. I don't know.
Sure, why not? I'm your other co-host, Daniel Cusimano.
And I'm Jordan Staff.
Period. And you guys, this is so crazy. Our last episode of our inaugural season of television that we're talking about, BB27, is the thing that made us start this podcast. And I'm excited to talk about the finale, but also sad that Big Brother is over. I know a lot of us, the three of us, have talked about this in our actual group chat, but if it wasn't for this podcast, I might not have watched the season as closely as I did towards the end. So I'm happy to be back really in the Big Brother sphere, you know?
No, I agree, and we're happy to have you back. Welcome, join the club. We're happy to have you. I've been rocking it through the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of ugly recently, or not recently, but in years past. But
so how did everyone feel about this season as a whole now that it's over? I know we talked week by week how we were feeling it was holding up to other seasons. But overall, now that it's all done,
yeah,
what do you feel about this season as a modern day Big Brother season? Good, bad, what's the vibes?
Jordy?
I think it was good. I think it was actually I think it was very good. I liked that the end game was exciting all the way through, but it still felt like, just because of what happened with Rachel, and I'm not that hung up on it anymore, but it just still felt like we were watching a season of Big Brother, and then the timeline shifted. So what would have happened if that stupid twist wasn't there? That's what goes through my mind. But for how it played out, it was a good season.
I think this was one of the best modern day Big Brother seasons we've had, honestly. I think great characters, interesting, fun, flirty, cheating, call outs. You really can't ask for more. It really was giving modern day soap opera. And you know what's crazy is, even though Morgan and Vince won back to back to back to back to back, I still was like, what the fuck is going to go here on this day? What's happening? Where are we going to go from here? What's going on?
Yeah, no, I agree 100%, Danielle. I feel like this was the most old school BB that we kind of got in a new school season, minus the drama. There wasn't enough fights or anything like that, but
right.
When it comes to the social game mattered so much, and we end up seeing that with who we have as the winner of BB27, but it's against all odds, social games still mattered this season, which I appreciate. And I feel in the past few seasons, it's been way too heavy on the comps. And there were a lot of comp wins this season too, but it ended up not mattering that much, which I appreciate. And the cheat mans of it all is iconic. A little bit of drama. It's giving soap opera. It's giving, all of the things. So I really enjoyed this season. There was a point in the season, maybe a little before halfway, where I was I don't know if this season's for me. It's just not doing it. I don't really care about these people at all. And then all of a sudden, Rachel got HOH, and it was all is well again.
Yeah.
And I think Rachel really is the thing that she put the season on her back. And we have some other shining stars, Morgan, Vince being a character, Ashley being America's sweetheart, Ava going from people loving her to hating her and all of that. All of those characters contributed to it being a full season, but I think Rachel is the one that really kept people invested in it.
Agreed.
Let me just say this, spoiler, whatever, if you're watching this and you haven't seen the finale, what are you doing here? Y'all were fake as fuck for not putting Rachel as America's favorite player, because let me reiterate, if she never got rid of Riley, where would we be? As a fandom, where would we be? As a unit, as a community, where would we be? That's all I gotta say. That's all I...
Oh my god.
No, I got to leave after that. This has been a really lovely episode, guys. See you on the next one. Goodbye. No, she pulled, and I loved her. I think I really do. I think this season is going to bring back returnees. I think they saw the success bringing someone like Rachel was, and I think they need to do. I want a returnee every season.
I love returnees. I've always loved returnees.
Love it.
Yeah, I agree totally. Okay, so it sounds like we're all pretty high on the season. And it's exciting. I'm excited to see what comes next for it. I also think there was a lot of social media fanfare around this season as well. On TikTok and stuff, I saw a lot. So that's exciting that other people are entering the Big Brother, and it's maybe not as niche as it was before. I'm excited for more people to be watching it. But okay, let's go over this last week. I mean, this last week was like complicated with the schedules and everything and the finale being on Sunday. So we're going to be talking about a little bit more of a timeline than usual, but I feel like we can go through it pretty fast. First we had the last like official HOH. Morgan wins. Oh wait, did we have Vince win first? No, Morgan wins it, right? Oh yeah, because Morgan won the double something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, Morgan wins
Morgan won it all.
HOH.
Morgan won it all. Diva, she boom, HOH
I
veto,
know.
done.
Yeah, all of a sudden Morgan's just winning every single comp. So Morgan finally wins an HOH, and she puts up Ashley and Ava because the only other person left would be Vinny. And at Final Four, it honestly doesn't really matter who goes up. What matters is who gets the veto and who is the sole vote to evict. So Ava and Ashley knew that they were probably going up, and one of them just needed to win the veto in order for them to evict Vince. Now, at this point, Ashley and Ava talked heavily about the fact that they need to get Morgan out. So I think it would have been nice if Morgan could have been on the block. That way, one of them could have evicted. No. So that one of them could have evicted Morgan.
Daniel,
what was the veto? Sorry.
I don't know why suddenly it's like only picking up your background.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put myself on mute whenever I'm not speaking. Thank you so much, everyone.
I'm done. But yeah, so Ava and Ashley wanted to get Morgan out at this Final Four. It would have been an opportune time, but because she wins the HOH, she's safe, so they can't do that. Then we have the veto competition, and yeah, what was the veto competition? I don't remember.
What was the veto?
Was that the one where they
it?
were in the squares having to flip them, or was that later on?
I thought that was I think that was HOH.
HOH.
Oh,
Veto. What the heck was the veto? Well,
I might have not even watched.
Yeah, I'm like, did I even look at the episode? It doesn't really matter because Morgan won the veto. I'm gonna lose my mind. Morgan wins the veto, and obviously is
tiny veto.
Her first consideration is to keep the noms the same, and Vinny will just evict Ava. But Ashley, my girl Ashley, was working this last week of Big Brother. She was working every single day, every single second in that house, and she goes to Morgan and basically asks her or tells her that this might be a good opportunity for her to use the veto, that Morgan will probably not beat Vince in the end, so maybe we just get Vince out. And Morgan seems to be listening to everything that Ashley was saying and kind of agrees with her and understands that. I think that at this point, Morgan and Vinny were just so close in their human connection, whatever that means, that there was no way Morgan would have cut Vinny at Final Four. They're just like way too connected. We also had this whole thing about like option 1 and option 2, like they're in bed together every night talking about like what they're going to do after the fact, and I don't know, they're talking in code, but basically Vinny is confessing his feelings to her, and she's saying, I didn't even know option A was a possibility because of obvious reasons, aka his girlfriend Kelsey. So yeah, it was clear that these two people just had a super strong connection by this point. Also, I don't even know if it made sense for Morgan to cut Vinny. I think that a final 3 of Vinny and Ashley is perfect. Oh yeah,
I found the Final Four. It was the slide puzzle of everything in order. So it was like figuring out the timeline of everything, and it was the slide puzzle, everyone.
Yes, makes sense. But what do you guys feel about Morgan winning the veto and not using it? Do you think she should have used it and gotten Vinny out at that point because he was maybe a bigger threat than Ashley and Ava, or do you think it was good that she just kept her ally there?
I think it was good that do you guys still hear my background?
It's fine.
A little, but not too much.
Okay. Iconic. Sorry, everybody. I'm in an airport. I just got off a flight. I would say I don't blame her for not using it solely for the fact of like she didn't I don't know what the switch was from 4 to 3 where she was like, I'm gonna cut him. I don't know what the switch is. I think maybe she thought Vinny would take her to the end, and I think she knew Ava and Ashley wouldn't. And so for that reason, I think I would have kept him. But also if I was Morgan, I'd be like, I can beat Ava in a comp, I can beat
Right.
Ashley in a
Hmm.
comp. Given want want, but that I don't know. I don't think it was bad. I don't think it was good. I also think it would have been really flashy though to do it then,
Hmm.
because then that's
Yeah.
her move, and that would have been Ashley or Ava's move if she used the veto. So
Right.
Right.
I don't know if I would have done that.
True. Yeah. Well, she ultimately does not use the veto, so Ava and Ashley are left on there. And before Ava goes, so this whole week, Ava and Vinny have been talking, and since the second that Morgan had won the HOH, and Ava and Vinny kind of both tell each other that they're gonna keep each other if given the chance. Ava was like clearly lying. Vince, I mean, I guess was too. He's always lying, but Ava really felt like Vince was actually going to use it on her, or
Hmm.
that Vince was going to keep her in the game. And then that day, the day that it was the Thursday for the live eviction, Vince tells Ava, actually, I decided that I'm going to keep Ashley and blah, blah, blah. But he had been leading her on the whole week, which is something that he continuously did for some reason with people. Um, and so Ava got really mad, and we see in the episode later on when Ava's talking to Julie, because Vince does evict Ava. They do a little flashback, which I liked how they did this in the episode. They like brought in something from that day and showed us while Ava was on stage with them.
Mm.
Ava called a little house meeting at the little table, and tried to out Vinny, but I don't really feel like she did a good job. Like she didn't
This is,
say
yeah,
anything.
no, I was watching this like right before it happened, or like trying to keep up with it, and she was acting like she was about to do like something like insane. And it's also like, Diva,
Right.
you're calling a house meeting at Final Four. Like, is that even what? What is this, a house
Yeah.
meeting? It's more just like table talk.
But it was also just like it seemed like a short meeting. Like it just seemed like Vince is a liar. He's not going to take you guys,
Yeah.
and like he's going to cut you Morgan at 3. Like that's it. I would have done like more personal meetings, like one on ones to see the vibe, and then I might have done the house meeting and been like, I would have been like, Vinny, tell me if I'm lying. Am I lying? Like put put him on the
Agreed.
coals more and
Yeah.
rake him over instead of just saying it and then leaving. Be like, so what do you have to say for yourself?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Be honest, because then let people talk. The more they talk, the more they'll expose themselves or make themselves look one way or the other. And I think that's what needed to be done.
Agreed, 100%. So it ends up not working for her. Ava leaves, and she's the second to last juror. We also got, excuse me, an interview with Keanu, because Keanu left during like the random little eviction that we didn't really have a live eviction episode for. And I feel like not much was said here either in the conversation between Julie and Keanu. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Also, he had already been in the jury house, so I'm sure he like talked a lot of things out from there. Um, what else happened? That's really it. Oh, I
Yeah.
guess any of the
Those are
jury house
two.
clips that we got, it seemed like they were very heavily on Vince's side. Like everyone that was coming in, when Lauren came in, they were like, "Oh my gosh, Vince had you snowed." Keanu came in, they were like, "Vince had you snowed." Kelly came in, like everyone. It kind of, the theme seemed to be that Vince had everyone in his back pocket, and then
Yeah.
he just like got rid of whoever he wanted to. And so I was getting really nervous that Vince might win, because it seemed like
Hmm.
if they didn't want to be bitter jurors, they might vote for him thinking that he had more control over the house.
Oh
So
my god,
that was
especially
scary.
at the round table, like Rachel was like sticking up
Don't
for
even.
him, and I was like,
Don't
what
even.
is
Bitch,
happening?
I was shaking in my boots, but I think Big Brother does that because I literally, I've seen, we've seen every season. I literally think they always make you think one way,
Hmm.
especially when it's a
Mhm.
juror where you don't know where they're going to go. Given, like, Will was always going to vote Ashley. There's no way they can edit that out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or edit that differently. But I was like over here, like, I'm nervous. Like,
Yeah.
hold on. If it's Ashley and Vince in the end, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
But then we get into finale episode, and I was gagged. I was like, what's going on? Like from beginning, middle to end, I was like shitting bricks.
It was a really good finale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after the jury roundtable, um, it seems like they're leaning more Vinny. I will say too though that I think Vinny just had there was a lot for them to talk about with Vinny because it was like the betrayals of it all and like is that big brother? Is that like should you just be okay with it? Also, how did you guys feel about Cody Calafieri leading the jury roundtable?
I didn't
So
get it. Like
random.
he literally like made an awful decision on season 16, and we're bringing him to lead a round table. That's crazy.
Yeah, and
I
he's also
I
never been on a jury. So
I just also think it's one of those things where we need to have a longer jury segment for me to see the value of bringing him back or anybody back, right? Like
Hmm.
why do we need someone like navigating this, because it didn't show me like, oh, thank God he was there, like he's really
Right.
steering the
right.
ship some way somehow, like I don't know. I want it to be longer. Like honestly, if anything, I don't give a fuck about what happens in the house unless people are deciding to flip votes. Like whatever, there's
Yeah.
3 people left. Give me a 20-minute, 15-20 minute jury segment and call it a day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. So with the final HOH, the final three we have are Morgan, Ashley, and Vince. And the first part of the final HOH, they're like on those little things. The competition looks really cool. I kind of like would want to get on there and see. And it like kind of takes you around. It looks like a ride at like an amusement park or something.
Jordan would
Um,
throw up.
yeah.
What do you mean I would throw up? I'm a roller coaster hoe.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Not what
go
I've heard.
Oh, well, you've heard from the wrong people.
Ooh, the girls are fighting. So in the first part of the HOH competition, Ashley drops first. Then we have Vinny and Morgan. Vinny seems to be getting really dizzy, and Morgan ultimately wins the competition. She wins part one. Moving on to part two is Vinny and Ashley. Now, part two competition was girl, things got crazy. I've never seen Vinny this aggressive. It was actually scary.
Mm.
It was a competition where they had to put the faces, the puzzle together for the faces. And then the second part of it was that they opened up a little card that said, place the order or whatever of the jurors that got out in order.
Hmm.
And everyone this whole season, every single season, are constantly talking about the days. Like this person
Yeah.
got out on day 66. This person was evicted on day 59. Like it's specifically the day number is what people study. And so I think in their heads just automatically they started thinking I have to do the days of when they were evicted.
Hmm.
But it was just the order. So it just had to be like first, second, third, fourth, etc. And Vinny just loses his mind. He's like, "What am I doing wrong? I don't understand." Oh my gosh, it's so aggressive and scary. Like, honestly, Kelsey won.
Loser!
Kelsey's the one
Loser!
that won.
I'm a loser. Just listening. This is what I will say about this: is if I was in Vinny's spot, like I would know those days like the back of my hand, as should anybody. Also, the fact that we didn't have a numbers comp was a little wild. Like that is like the staple Big Brother
I
competition. Like
know.
we should be having. But if I
Yeah.
was Vinny, I would just be like, let me take a step back. Let me read the card again, because like I know these dates like the back of my mind. I can list them off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
I would be like, I'm clearly doing something wrong. Let me figure out what I'm doing wrong. Let me read. And that's what Ashley did. She's a lawyer. I mean, given Diva, you're a lawyer. You should have read that really thoroughly. Like, low key, like, that's your
Yeah.
job. But the fact that she came back and she was like, let me look at this again, I was like, give her her tens. That's what you should do, because you know the days. You're not doing it wrong.
Yeah.
You're misinterpreting something.
Exactly. That I would think the exact same thing. I would know that I know what the days are. And also, it's mathematical because everyone's evicted like 7 days after each other, except for
Right.
Keanu is like the one little whatever. But you know that it's right with the days. So then I'm like, all right, there must be something I'm doing wrong. Let me look at the puzzle again. Let me look at the card again and make sure I'm doing to just keep doing. That's what they say is insanity, when you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Like I don't even understand what numbers he was changing. Like how do you change any of the numbers? They're all exactly what you know them to be.
It was sneaky though on Big Brother though, and I lived for it. Like doing the color thing, like it really didn't. Like that was like fun. Like, but
Yeah, that's
I don't. Again, it just it goes. It's the same thing for Amazing Race. Fact for anybody wanting to go on reality TV who wants to watch this: read it again, read it out loud, read it in your head, read it one more time. It can cost you $750,000 or $1 million. Just read it, because it's you. Like these everything. Like they didn't mess up. You're the one messing up.
yeah.
Read.
Yeah, and it was crazy that Morgan and Frankie, because Frankie Grande is hosting the competition, are on the side being like, "Oh my gosh, like it's the order, not the." And I'm like, "Can you help?" Like, because Morgan is cheering them on. She's like, "Yeah, go, blah blah blah, whatever." But I guess you definitely can't be like, "Read the card again. It's the order." But yeah, Ashley ends up reading it again. My smart queen. I love that she goes back to it and right away starts getting it. And I like that she clocked that she couldn't like make it super obvious that she realized what it was, because then he would too, and whoever just did it first would win.
Yeah.
So she does it stealthily and then hits that buzzer, and my girl won the first veto of the season and the last HOH, and period.
Yeah.
Love that for her. I was so happy. I was watching feeds that day, and when the feeds came back, I was like, "It's gonna be Vince. It's gonna be Vince." I just had to prepare myself. And then the first clip of the feeds was Vince
Just
cradled
sobbing.
down into his knees, crying, and I was like,
God.
did Ashley win? And then it panned to Ashley like dancing by herself in the kitchen. And then Vince just goes on and on crying to Morgan about how much of a failure he is and a loser. And Morgan's trying to be like, it's just a game. It's okay, don't worry. And he's like, it's not just here, it's in my real life too. Like, he has some deep rooted issues that I
Oh, yeah.
really feel bad, and he needs to work through them though. Like, this was not good. I feel like for Vince, I was just talking to someone about this. I feel like for Vince, his peak is Big Brother. Like, he has said it himself in the last few weeks. He doesn't want to leave the Big Brother house because he loves being there, and it's because he's winning HOHs, so he's successful. He has a relationship basically with Morgan. Like, he has all these things that you would want in the real world in the Big Brother house that he doesn't have in the real world. So it's like, I want to just stay in this
Yeah.
reality. But yeah, it's too much. The crying and weeping, I can't
Oh
deal.
my God. And the post game interviews have also been like wild already. Like specifically about like option one, where he's like, "Well, option one, I don't know what that is. We were always doing options." And then Morgan's in an interview being like, "Well, I'm not gonna speak on that. Like, Vinny needs to be the
Yeah.
one to speak on that." And I'm like, "Whoa."
Because it's so obvious.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's annoying. But okay, so Ashley wins. So getting to the last part, we have Morgan versus Ashley going head to head in the last competition, which this competition has been the same competition for years, where
This was
you have
insane.
to
This
tell
was
the
insane.
lie. This was crazy. I thought it was really gonna like come down to it. But what I will say is that the last 2 days before the finale, Morgan had been spending all of her time trying to big Vince back up and make him feel better, staying up all night while Ashley was in bed sleeping for hours before they even came inside the house. And Morgan just spending all her time trying to make Vince feel better. And it honestly cost her, because I think she goes into this last competition not really like in her strongest mind and headset.
Yeah.
I think she was really tired and just like lost it, because there was times where she had the wrong answer and then she went to switch it to the right answer, but then decided not to and just kept the wrong answer in her hand. And I think this was like one of the fastest third HOH competitions that I've seen, like third part of the final HOH competitions. It went by so
So
quick because
fast.
Ashley
Yeah.
won.
And Ashley wasn't even confident in her answer, so Ashley was like, I guess. And
Right.
Morgan, I'm just like, but Morgan would go to bed, wake up, and study this. Like, she knew. I honestly, I don't know what it was. Like, she's good under pressure. She was an athlete. She won so much. Like, I think she was kind of under the impression that maybe Ashley would take her. I don't know. I mean, she understood why she didn't, but I think she was under that impression. So I'm like, also, why are you building up this bitch? Like, you're about to vote
Yeah.
him out, number one. Number two, he can't affect your life in this game. I'd be like, Vince, you go cry in a corner. I'm going to go study my days real quick. Anyways, in these numbers. Like, even my mom was getting some of these answers correct. My mother, who's never
Yes.
watched this show before, I'm like, hello?
No, I was getting them all correct, and I was like, I'm not even studying the days. This is just me watching the feeds, like sometimes, and I was getting more of them correct than Morgan. So yeah, that was definitely tough. And I think throughout the last few days in the house, she was obviously always saying that she was going to pick Vince, but Ashley did a really, really, really good job of talking to her and making her realize that, like, yeah, with Vince, you might win, but with me, you definitely win. So you should definitely take me. And she was just like planting a lot of little seeds that I think made Morgan realize that, like, this is a $750,000 mistake. Like the difference between getting $75,000 and $750,000, both life-changing amounts, but one a
Oh
lot
yeah.
more than the other. So Ashley's social game was just so impeccable, and I'm really upset about how the main episode just did not do it justice, because the episodes are what are going to live on forever on
Yeah.
Paramount Plus, and what new fans that will never be able to watch the live feeds of this season will come back and watch, and they won't get the full picture and story of Ashley's game and why she deserved to win as much as she did. But yeah, so Ashley ends up winning. Oh,
What I
sorry.
will say is, no. What I was gonna say is like I also give Morgan her flowers of like being smart enough to be like, this is a game. Vince is my number one, but I am here to win, because we see a lot of times people will not break that up, even if they know they're gonna lose. And I don't want to see that. Like, I want to
Yeah.
see people playing for 750. And the fact that Morgan sat there and she was like, I need to evict this man. Like, if I win, like, I need to evict him. I'm like, you know what? Give her her tens. And the fact that she would have, y'all, like, can we imagine that TV of her standing up there being like,
Yeah.
Vince, I have to win this game. I would have, I needed that universe, dare I say. Like, that would have
I
healed me in ways like no other. Like, no other.
It would have been so good because it seems like he really thought she was going to take him, which I don't think she was. Because in interviews after, he's like, "Oh, was she really going to take Ashley?" Like asking the people that are interviewing him. So yeah, yikes, that would have been crazy.
That was so good.
But ultimately Ashley wins, and it was really sad when she had to evict Morgan. I started tearing up a little bit because they've been really close friends basically this whole game since the whole Mickey thing happened, and they kind of separated themselves from Mickey. They really bonded together, and I think Morgan is one of the number one people that has seen Ashley's game from the very beginning and understood how good she was, because she would defend her in conversations with Vince and with other people that were saying that Ashley just doesn't know what she's talking about. Morgan would be like, "You're not giving her enough credit. Like, she actually is clocking everything." So it was sad to see that close person for Ashley go, but I mean, it was the decision that had to be made, and it just lit
Was
my
so good,
soul on
yeah.
fire. I've never been happier. I felt like I got everything that I wanted in a finale. Then we have Vince and Ashley go head to head for their questioning. Well, first, let's talk about the jury's
Oh yeah.
reaction to Morgan coming out.
Rachel's, no. It was
Yeah.
simply just Rachel's moment of when Julie Chen says, Ashley won the final HOH
Yeah.
Governor Morgan, and she screams because she knew she won it in that moment.
Well,
Like,
and
it
Yeah.
was just, it was so uncontrollable, and I don't know why it's such a meme to me of like Rachel losing every part of her being of just like
yeah.
I lived.
That was the moment where I finally was like, okay, like because up until that, I was still scared that Vince could
I
win.
was crying. I cried.
Same.
I have a video. I cried. I literally was like, it's over. I literally went to my parents. I'm grabbing them. I'm like, you don't understand. We spent wasted 83 days on this. You don't get it. You don't get it. And I'm like, because the jury segment made me really think, oh fuck,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I know.
baby,
That
I'm
was scary.
nervous. But that
Yeah.
moment right there, I was like, she has it. She has
Yeah.
it.
That was the most telling thing, was seeing the reaction. Rachel's reaction, Will's reaction, which obviously we knew Will was just going to be so happy for her. But then seeing Kelly, Lauren, like those type of people, them being excited about it, I was like, oh, my diva might have just
Unlock,
won the
yeah.
game. And getting Morgan out and that being Ashley's like last big bold move is everything. That it was like the cherry on top of everything. And then during the questioning, I thought the questions were very pointed at who they wanted to win. The questions to Vince were like, Vinny, you're a liar. I hate you. You're ugly.
Yeah.
Tell me why you think that I should even give you $75,000. And then the ones to Ashley were like, Ashley, my beautiful queen, congratulations. So happy you're there. Just let me know, like, what's your
No,
favorite color?
Yeah.
cutie, because you eat so hard because literally every single one, everybody was like, congratulations, Ashley, on final two.
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then they would be like, so my question's for Vince. Anyways. And I was like, but it was the fact that they kept asking Vince the same question, begging for him to give something.
Yeah.
And he is a super fan. Have you not seen Own It? When they're like, so you've been emotionally manipulative. Was that game or was that not? And I said this, the first thing that came out of his mouth, he's like, no, I don't think I was emotionally manipulative. And I said, I paused the screen. I said, he lost it right there. He's done.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
come back from that. Even, bitch, if that's what people think you to be, own it.
Yes.
Smear yourself in that blood and just say it was all game. It was all fake. Everything.
Yeah.
Me flirting with Morgan like I am a hard player and I
Yeah.
came here to play a game and I wanted to play it full. There were some arguments he could have made against Ashley. Easy. And he just wanted to be a man and not own up to his shit.
I mean, and it's just like you go through casting of Big Brother, and I feel like it's kind of the same technique. It's like if you're getting pushed this one direction, you go in that direction. Why are you pushing against it? Like, it was just bad.
But you know, people
I
hate
knew he lost at that moment, like 100%.
You know people hate you, so it's like, own it. You're not, by you saying it wasn't emotionally manipulative, nobody's going to believe you. They hate you already. So own it and move on. Like,
and if
just
they're
do it.
asking you that question phrased that way, that means that's what they feel. So you need to address how they feel. Don't say, no, that's not what happened, because it's like, well, it is what happened because I felt emotionally manipulated by you. So now you're already like telling them that they're wrong. And so, yeah, it was just not the way to go. It reminded me a lot of Paul in BB19 and 18, kind of.
And
where,
18,
like, he just doesn't own it. So he loses, because it's like, at least if you're going to lie to me this whole time, at least get to the end and be like, yes, I did lie to you. I'm sorry that I lied to you on a personal level, but it's what I had to do to get to this spot that I'm in right now. And I had to do it because I knew that you trusted me 100%, and I needed you to continue to trust me. Like, you need to build a case of why you lied, not say that you didn't.
Yeah.
But just say everything was intentional. Like, say that. Like, imagine you're just over here like, yes, like, I lied to you guys because I didn't know if I was going to win HOH or veto next time. So I needed to cover my bases. But you guys were always my target. Morgan was my number one. Like, I was never going to cross her. And guess what? You know what he could have done? He could have, I thought of this line yesterday. He should have been like, I wanted you guys to think I was playing Morgan's game to build a bigger target on her back. Of course, I wanted you guys to think she was carrying me along, because guess what? That is what made Ashley bring me to the end over Morgan. So I purposely made it seem like I was playing her moves just so you guys would bring me to the end instead of Morgan, because I didn't know if I could win out. There's so many avenues you can go, even if they're not true. They don't know it. Own it, lie about it, move on, and make it seem like you're this Dr. Will master manipulator, and maybe you'll get an extra vote or two, and it could be the difference. But I honestly, they hated him. It didn't matter. This guy could have cured cancer. It was over.
Ultimately, I don't think it even mattered, because they were just so happy for Ashley and wanted her to win. But he could have done more to try to like convince people, like especially a Keanu. I think he could have maybe swayed a Keanu if he said the right things, but he just, it was bad all over. And then on top of his answers being really bad, hers were so good. Like, she had something for everything, and she has been practicing all of her speeches and thinking about all of the things that she might get questions on for a week and going over it on the live feeds. So she was prepared. Vince, I didn't hear Vince try to give a speech on live feeds one time. He didn't practice at all, which is
You're
huge
a super fan.
mistake.
You're a super fan of 10 years. You've never practiced what you're going to say in a final speech. Like, you've never. No, actually, stop it. Wait, why have we not brought this up? I need to speak about this wholeheartedly. Nobody wearing that busted fucking quarter zip jacket is getting my vote. Period. I would say you're a super
with the beanie.
You're a super fan. You're a super fan of how many years of 10 years, and this is what your staple is, your finale. I would have said that. I would be like, if I was Morgan, I would be like, Vince, my last question's for you. Why do you think you earned my vote when you wore this to finale?
It's crazy. I cannot believe he didn't pack at least one suit or something, a nice shirt, something. I don't know. Oh my gosh. It's crazy, but I think it's very symbolic of how he really does feel about himself, and that's why there's like the gamer in me doesn't like how he played, and I think it was annoying and whatever, but like the human part of me does kind of really feel bad for him, because I think he's going through a lot within himself and trying to find himself in this season of his life.
Bitch, he's QT. He's 30. He's 34. Like, I
know.
Really, I don't
I
have,
know.
You're 34.
I know,
like, you're not Lauren, and you're not 22. Like, you cheated on your girlfriend. Like, you suck at this game. Everybody. This is like a nightmare. Can you imagine? This is like your dream, and you lose badly.
And he's coming out to so much hate and like all of these questionings and to no girlfriend. Like it really sucks. Like everything he did was just horrible. Hopefully this
It's
helps
on
him like
him.
find himself, but I don't know. It's crazy to me that he wore
Use
that
that
out.
seven. Use that $75,000. It really is probably going to be 30,000 after tax,
Yeah.
and go to therapy or move the
Yeah.
country,
And
leave.
he
Like
will need it.
Diva, goodbye,
Yeah.
goodbye.
And then the final speeches outside of the questionings, I thought that Vince's speech was a little bit better than his answers to his questions. He like finally started to say some stuff, and he had passion and really talked about his game in the best light that he had all night. But then Ashley's was like 10 times better.
But
So it
it
just
it was because there was emotion behind it. Like you felt that want there.
Yeah.
Like, excuse me. Oh my god, I just burped. You felt that want there of like, this has been my dream and this is what I did and I played hard, and there was that maybe a little bit of confidence, and I felt like in his answers, just every single time it felt like you already had one like arm tied behind your back and like you were standing on one leg. Like everything was maybe I just and it's like, again, you never stood on 10 toes this whole game making a decision saying I did it, and this is your time to do that and be like, and I played you guys. I wanted you to think I was this weak player and I didn't know what I was doing and I was throwing things out to see what would stick. Like, I'm gonna say something really controversial. Ready, everyone?
please.
I kind of want Vince and Morgan back as returnees next season.
That'd be great.
No, I do not.
Who said that?
I can't see them on feeds for one more day. Like I seriously will die.
Stop it. QT, they ate like that drama. Like,
Morgan,
imagine it.
Vince,
They
I can't
dated
do
this
Vince's
whole.
voice anymore.
But stop. Imagine they date this whole year, but they kind of break up. They're back in the house. What are they gonna do? It's giving like coaches. I need it. I fear I need
Oh
it.
my god, I hope she doesn't date him. Like, no.
I
need
know.
no.
In
Morgan
her
will be back.
recent interviews, it doesn't seem she's like he's my friend.
Yeah.
It was a
He said the same thing though. He said the same thing. He said we had a platonic friendship and everything was just really platonic. Like platonic. Like, she's coming back. She's getting the call. Do not even get it twisted. I wouldn't be surprised. Also, why does Vince remind me of Paul like to a T? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought back Vince solo next season. Like, low. I know that's crazy, but like, everything, he just reminds me of Paul so much and how everything ended. Like,
Yeah, but
I don't
people
know.
liked Paul on 18. They
Did
didn't
they
like him on
really?
19. Yes, Paul was like a big like fan favorite on 18. That's why they brought him back. 19, when he came back, like the fans hated him.
What, and when they bring back Morgan and Vince, come back to this reality pod where you get all your reality tea, because bitch, it will be happening.
For real. Wait, why is QT just
QT.
blurred but shocked? She's like,
I don't
but it's
know.
just blurred.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Yeah, Diva, but you're
I
blurred.
think my phone died.
What
That was
is
recording
happening?
my video.
Do you even think Big Brother would ever even bring back Vince? Do we even see them in any capacity at all? I think he's so jarring, and I think if they brought him back with Morgan, that would be insanity. And guys, I lived for it. Like, I loved the final three. What can I say?
I feel like he might have had that on duty like therapist going through it with the way he was acting at times. I don't know. They were probably pulling him in for wellness checks.
Yeah. I don't know. I could see that. I mean, Morgan definitely. I can see. I think Morgan's gonna go down as one of the best to never win. Vinny, I don't know. I don't think he has enough like fanfare behind him to get him back. I think mostly it's just like hate for him. I also honestly don't know if he would even want to do it again. Well, I don't know. I go back and forth. But like the amount of hate he's gonna see that he's gotten this season, I think might steer him away from wanting to go back in there.
Do I hate him? 100%. Do I hate Vinny? 100%. But like, to see him back with Morgan, I think would be like insanity, because the fighting, it would be great.
It would be fun if they did like a duo season or something and brought them back, or seeing them on Amazing Race, like another big.
Oh, that'd be.
Yeah, that would be crazy. But yeah, Ashley ends up winning 6-1. The one vote for Vince was Morgan, and she says that was really just a sympathy vote. She realized that everyone was voting for Ashley. I loved when Will got up there and Will was like, well, there's a few people I loved. I loved when Will got up there and he was like, "This one's for my baby girl." It's like, okay.
Yeah.
then
he votes for Vince. He votes for Vince.
then we have Lauren go up there and she's like, "This one's for good job, everyone," and then just puts it in.
See
Like
what
she
a
has
few
nothing to
minutes.
say. That's very reminiscent
On
of
brand.
her whole season. And then the third one that I really loved, it was so sweet, it almost made me cry, was when Ava went up there and was like, "I'm voting for the person who not only believed in herself but believed in us even when I didn't." Oh, that was so sweet. My heart.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, like Ashley just deserved to
so
win.
good.
I'm so happy. I
She
was
did.
really scared that we were going to, I wanted Ashley to win. I would have been happy if Morgan won because I think she
Same.
played one of the best games.
Same.
But
I agree.
really in my heart, I just loved Ashley so much and wanted her to win. But I was scared that it was just Morgan's game to lose. This whole week
And
I've been thinking that, but it worked out perfectly how it needed to, and I'm very, very
and
happy
it
about
Yeah, it was a
well,
great
and
season.
it was her game to lose 100, and she did. I think she would honestly. I did think the vote might have come down to 4-3 at the end. Like I really saw in a world like Keanu, Morgan, Lauren voting for Vinny, and I was like, I told this to my mom. I was like, "Mom, they're gonna go backwards," and she's like, "What?" And I was like, "They're gonna read the votes from like Morgan down." That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
That would make
Given
more sense. Yeah,
I
because
need,
we had
I
like
need,
Will and Rachel left, and it was like,
right.
well, obviously.
But
Mhm.
I need to find someone who I need to find an interview on why Lauren voted for Ashley. Like I need to figure that out because that was like
True.
insane to me. Um, but no, I think I loved it. I think actually if it was Morgan and Ashley, I think it might have been closer than I thought. But I still think she probably would have gotten 2 votes. I think she would have gotten Will's. I think she would have gotten Rachel's. And she might have gotten Ava's. It might have been 4-3, and I didn't think it
Yeah.
was going to be that close though. But I don't know. I agree. I think Morgan played the overall better Big Brother game. I think Ashley played a better Big Brother game much more than Vince ever did. Um, but I think no matter who we had, I think they're just different winners. Like I think Morgan is more
Mhm.
well rounded because she can do the comps and whatever, but Ashley, her strategy and how she dictated it. Even my mom, she's a casual viewer, and she was like, I wasn't rooting for her at all this season just because of based on editing. And she was like, I'm happy she won. Like she really made her case, and like I see what she did, and I think
Okay,
that's just her being a lawyer.
that makes me happy because I was really scared that casuals wouldn't understand. Because day before the finale, I went to a baby shower, and my friend is just a casual Big Brother player, and we were talking about the final three and who he wanted to win. And he was like, as long as it's not Ashley, because if it's Ashley, it just proves that like you could just do nothing all season and get to the end. And I was like, sit down, let's talk about everything that she did. And I broke down her whole game because it's like, can't even blame anyone that would feel that way, because if you're watching it just casually on the TV, it is a little bit harder to see what she did because they didn't edit her in a great light. And then her zing being like she was
Yeah,
like
that was weird.
forgettable or like sleepy or whatever, like all of that just went against her. So I hope that the good word gets out about her to everyone, that like she's a really good top tier winner, one of the best we've had, especially in recent seasons. I think also, just to go back really quick to Vince losing, I think part of the reason that he didn't have good answers to the questions or good speeches at the end is that the whole season he was really, really negative about Ashley and her
Mhm.
game, and saying that she didn't belong there, she didn't deserve to be there, she was doing nothing. And because this whole time he's built her up as this character who has done nothing all season, he gets to the end and doesn't know how to rebut what she's saying. He doesn't know how to like counter anything that she's saying she did do, because he's never given her credit for anything. And that's why you can't count anyone out. You have to look at everyone and talk to everyone and be willing to understand the type of game they're playing, so that
Yep.
in the end, if you get into that situation, you know how to counteract whatever they're saying. So that was his
Agree.
fault.
Also,
And
for the fans, go check Ashley's Instagram. She is dragging Vince for filth. It is. I literally thought I was on the plane and I thought it was fan made edits. Like I thought it
Me
was just like
too.
hee hee ha ha, like whatever. And I went and I was like, oh, Diva said I'm taking that 750 and your fucking neck,
Yeah.
bitch. Like I don't give a fuck. Like it eats and it's great television, and like
Yeah.
the fallout is already. Vince is lying about
amazing.
his shit. Morgan is like, I'm Team Ashley. Ashley is like, fuck Vince. Like it's all hell,
It's
and I love it.
insane. No, I'm loving the postseason drama. And then also in an interview, Ashley said that she's not going to be following Vince, Zach, and who's the other one? Kelly, I think.
Kelly.
Because she's seen the clips of what they've said about
Someone
her.
said,
And
Yes.
someone
like,
said,
oh,
someone said, wait till you see what Ava said about you, and she said,
yeah,
tag
she said
me.
send it.
She literally
Yeah,
said,
That
tag
is
me.
tag
crazy.
me. She is diva queen. She said, "I got $750,000. I don't
Yeah, I don't-
need new
Yeah.
friends." Okay.
And a job, and she has a job. She's like,
Yeah.
I have
Right.
750 and a job. Like, I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
And then at the end too, we get our AFP. The top 3 people for AFP were Will, Keanu, and Rachel. I wanted Will to win. I can't even complain though because I didn't vote, but Keanu ends up winning AFP.
You didn't vote. I voted
I
every
know.
day, and I watched that ad, bitch. I did that for her. Where were you? Where
I
were
know. I'm
you?
so bad when it comes to voting for shows. Like even Dancing with the Stars, I love, and I never vote because I'm like, does my vote really matter?
I wonder that.
That's why we live in the system we live in.
No,
Just by
and
voting.
that's why we are where we are right now in the
Yeah.
no. But yeah, Keanu wins, and I kind of expected that. This is part of why I didn't vote. Is that my whole For You page on TikTok is Keanu stans and lovers, and so I knew that so many people were voting for him. It's insane.
I'm not angry. I mean, I love Rachel. I love Rachel, and I think even her just being up there, like she knows she is so polarizing, and that people
Yeah.
really hate her. So I think the fact that she got second, and she was just like, wow, like people loved me. I think that means a lot to her, and I think and
I
you
was
know, Keanu's
assuming
fine.
she got second.
Oh, 100. She 100%.
I know, but
She 100% got second. But I'm happy
Someone
for
needs
her.
to
I'm
check
like,
on
you know,
Ava
like,
though. I know Ava is upset.
oh
was
yeah,
not in
she
that
was just
top
standing
three.
right there next to them too.
She probably
then,
thought that
no,
she
Will-
was next
no.
to the 3 it was gonna be, because you know they like
Listen.
placed the top 3 next to each other.
Yeah.
Will literally nudged her out of the way low key, like accidentally, like pushed her out of
That's insane.
I love.
I'm dead. That's funny. But yeah, so that's it. Our winner of
Yep.
BB27 is Ashley. Runner up Vince.
And we
AFC,
said it.
Keanu.
Wait, guys, we all spoke about it. I think especially you two said you really liked Ashley at the beginning of the season, like pre first episode. You and
Yeah.
Jordan, we all loved her, and we all
Jordan said like winner pick number
no,
1.
and then more QT, you did too. You were like, I
Yeah.
can see her winning, and I liked her. I didn't know if I could see her winning, but good reads, everybody.
Yeah, and
I
then
know,
Showergate happened, and we were like, "Ooh!" And then the first like 3 weeks, we were like, "What is she doing? Oh my god!"
And then she ate. And then she
there
ate.
was like that second week, I was like, I don't think I'm liking Ashley. And then I remember it was literally, I think it was week 3 specifically. I need to go back on the podcast and see when I said it, but the same week that I turned the corner on Ashley and was like, no, this is the girl that we all need to be following, was the same week that I said Ava can't stand her, and no one believed me. And
Yeah.
now
I was
look where we
blind.
are.
I was blind, and now I can see. That's all I can
What a
say.
shift.
I'm dead. But yeah, I'm excited to keep up with this cast afterwards and see what everyone is up to and doing and where.
Did you get to meet anyone last night?
You guys.
What happened?
Oh, no one.
Guys.
Oh, I thought you were about to drop some tea of like, wait, we'll speak about it after the pod.
No, I have no tea because guess what?
What?
I didn't even go.
No, why not?
I was on my way. I was not feeling well yesterday. Was
Oh.
on my way.
Did
Me
you
and my
lose
mom-
your tire?
No, imagine I would die. No, my tire's good. Everything's good. But me and my mom were like, the new people are not gonna be there until we were leaving. It was like 7 p.m. or whenever the episode ended, 7:30, and we were like, the new people are not even gonna be there until like midnight, 1 o'clock. And the main people we wanted to meet was Morgan, the final 3 basically, or the final 2, the 2, Morgan and Ashley. And last year, the final 3 didn't get out until like 2 a.m. And then I'm honestly so glad that I didn't go, because it turns out that these final 3 didn't get out until 4 a.m.
Whoa.
Ashley went from the CBS slot to Good Morning America or whatever morning thing she
Whoa.
did this morning.
Damn, did she even sleep?
I lost everyone.
Oh, QT.
I'm back.
Sometimes she's here, sometimes she freezes. Freeze, girl.
But we
So,
love her.
all
The
of that
ghost
to
of
say-
Kiki.
All of that to say, I did not meet anyone last night, but maybe I'll see them sometime. There's a party tomorrow that Quinn is throwing, so I think more people will be there.
And you will.
Are you gonna be there?
Yeah. So I'll
Yeah,
get the tea.
you better be there, and you better text us ASAP. No Rocky Diva, because
Yeah.
I need it all.
I'm clocking in. Don't worry. Don't
Perfect.
worry. Lovely. Okay,
Well,
well, this was an exciting little season. Very happy to have our reality group chat peeps keeping up with us this season. Thank you to everyone who watched all the episodes, listened to us, commented, all of the things. And up next, we have Amazing Race, Big Brother style started, and also Survivor. We will be covering both of those. We had to get all of this Big Brother stuff done, but starting week 2, we are going to be covering both Survivor and Amazing Race, and I'm excited. I've watched both the episodes already,
I
and
haven't
I'm
yet.
loving both of
I
them so
have.
far.
I'm very excited to
Yeah, they're
watch.
great. They're great. But tune in. We're going to be filming that soon. We're going to get it out to y'all. We're going to have, and we also need to do a mini draft as well for Survivor and
Oh
Amazing
yeah.
Race on who we think. So look out for that, everyone. Oh, wait. Pause. Where's my phone? Who the winner? Please hold.
Oh yeah. Who drafted Ashley? It's probably
10. Don't say
QT.
anything. No, no one say anything.
Okay.
The winner of the Big Brother reality group chat alert season 1
Group chat
is
alert.
Group chat.
whatever. Reality group chat. No, the alert. Like, this is alert. Like, that's what I'm saying. Whatever.
Oh.
Anyways, take two. The winner of season 1 of reality group chat fantasy pick round for Big Brother 27 is Jordan.
I had her.
I knew it.
She
I
was-
was like,
I
feel
didn't
like
know I
Jordan
had
was
her.
Really.
She was your second round pick. QT Vince was your second round pick.
Oh.
I was the
Wow,
guys. I was the biggest loser. I picked Catherine, then Kelly, then Zay, then Riley, and then Rachel Riley. Rachel Riley was my only good pick, and she was my last one. She was my last pick.
That's actually insane.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
kind of surprised you didn't have Riley. I remember you loving Riley
Oh my God. Remember
in
that?
the beginning.
Me? No, I did have
Yeah.
Riley. I did have Riley.
Oh.
Oh, you did. Okay,
No, I
didn't know that.
I had Catherine, Kelly, Zay, Riley, and Rachel.
Oh, got
Oh.
it. That's nuts. Wait, who was on mine?
You had Will, which was honestly QT. Can we wake it up? Was really crazy. Like, I have to be
No, it
so
was
honest
really
with you.
crazy, but
that
like
was so-
sometimes you have to be crazy, you know?
Yeah.
You can be crazy at the end. So you had Will, Vince, Nikki, Lauren, and Morgan. So you had 2 out of 3
Okay.
at the final. So that was
Wow.
very good. Jordan had Ava, Ashley, Jimmy, Keanu, and Adrian.
All right. Well, Jordan, as your prize, we are going to get you a cameo from.
Shut up. Wake that up. We can make that happen.
You can make it happen.
Oh my
I
God.
love-
Just a crazy
I'll put in some
request.
calls. All right, this was so fun. I'm so happy that we got to talk about this season together, and the party's not over. So we will see you guys next week. We'll figure out the schedule and let you know when we're going to be putting episodes out for Survivor and Amazing Race. But stay tuned
Yep.
and stay subscribed so
QT,
that you get
where-
alerted on everything.
Where can they find you though?
Oh, you can find me at QUORITYLER absolutely everywhere.
But you can find
You
me
can-
everywhere at It's Jordan Staff. And guess what, Daniel? They don't know where to find you this week.
And that's all you wrote.
No kidding.
If he doesn't edit this out, you can find me everywhere at Daniel_Cruzamato.
Beautiful. All right. Well, we will see you guys in our next episode. Thanks for joining the chat. Bye.
Bye.